Hi, everybody. I wanted to share some things that I've been seeing all over the internet, and people have been talking about how do you manifest. And sometimes I look at these things and I think that the information is really great, and other times I think that it feels a little off from like what I believe. So I wanted to share some practices that I've discovered over the years and how I create a clear insight when I want to manifest something, when I want to believe in something. And lots of times those things get tested over time because of things that happen in the universe. I've been wanting to create an oracle deck, and there have been some glitches along the way. And I was letting the energy of the fact that it's just not here yet get in the way of me having the clarity of what it is that I actually want to manifest. So what I do is I go back to the beginning. And the beginning is my intention. What is the actual intention? So that's the first step. A clear intention. And the clear intention usually has to do with a desire that I have that's bigger than me. So for me, the intention around creating an oracle deck was that I wanted to create a way to teach people how to use oracle readings as a way that they can connect to the universe to get information for themselves and for people to learn how to access that sense of intuition and build on it from within themselves. The second one is a belief system. And the belief system has to do with, what do you know for sure? What do you believe about yourself? Where do you see your value? Where do you see your growth? And do you feel that your value and your growth and everything that represents who you are can imagine that you actually have the value to hold this story that you would like to have happen in your life? And then the third one is the emotion. So what are the emotions that you feel when you think about manifesting this? And for me, it's a sense of pride that I get to share what I know with other people, and also a sense of accomplishment because it was something that I'd been working on for a very long time, and also joy and love that I get to share this information with a wide group of people so that they can discover their own inner intuition and their own inner gifts. And then when I start to think about that, the fourth step is, when I see myself in this place, is there any doubt that's creeping in? When I see myself having it, do I feel like perhaps on some level I don't deserve it? For me, that's not the case. But you need to ask yourself those questions and actually really get real with yourself and see if the thing that you're asking for is the thing that you want, is the thing that you desire. Is there any place within you that feels as though this isn't the right time, that you don't deserve it, that this isn't for you? And then understand where that story is lying. That's the kind of work I do with a lot of my clients, is actually diving deeper to find those stories and uncover them. And when you've done that work, step 4 is about, so what do you think now when you realize that you're in a place of being ready to accept that opportunity, to being ready to accept what you actually want to manifest? And the fifth one is, what are the actions that you're taking? What are the actions that you are taking every day to create this? Are you running through this in your mind? Are you believing and seeing it actually happen? for me, can I see myself opening the box, seeing the cards? Can I see other people holding the cards? Visually, I can see it, and I manifest that vision in my mind and actually make it very real. And what is the energy that I'm coming from? That's the next one, the sixth one. And that energy has to be someplace where I am coming from a place of love for what I am doing, joy for what I want to share, and very positive, uplifting energy, and in a very high light. Now, the seventh one, which is one that I actually didn't include, but I am going to give you this extra bonus one, is what is your response to that energy that you're creating? The 6 steps that you've just worked on. Is your response to feel like you can see it all unfolding? You know that it's going to happen. And perhaps the thing that we need to do in this particular moment in time, for me anyway, is I have to surrender to the fact that it isn't here yet, but that it will come. And know that I'm holding on to that light and that timeline of what it is that I desire, and that it's going to come to fruition. So many times when we dream about things, and manifesting in dreams, you're going to say that's not the same thing. But the truth is, when we dream about something that we would like to experience in our lives, that we would like to live into, we are creating a time and a space where we actually get to live it. If you dream about going on a vacation, let's just say, right? You can dream and dream and dream. But then if you put an intention behind the dream and a belief system behind the dream, an emotion connected to that vacation, and then you actually do action, you actually start researching it and looking up prices and actually making it very available to you of what you believe to be a possibility for yourself, and actually seeing yourself in that space of having it happen. Now you're creating a space that you can actually envision yourself in. And the response of that, of the deservability that you have to actually experience that vacation, experience the time with the person that you're choosing to go on the vacation with, or even if you're just choosing to go on it by yourself, and the value that you have, that you actually deserve that, and that it can be yours. When you can make it more palatable, and you can taste it and feel it and experience it and see it, you're creating a timeline in which it can exist. And by doing all of those action steps, you are making that experience more and more plausible and real for you to happen. The trick is that lots of times we get doubtful and stop believing in what we actually want to create because of time. But we have to always remember that time is a man-made creation. Time in the universe is something completely different. So if we allow ourselves to let go and surrender our timeline, we will most likely be able to manifest what we want. If we want to experience something within a certain time frame, then when you're manifesting it and you're envisioning it, you actually have to include that timeline in your story. I was working with my mentor one time, and she said, you know, if you want to manifest a car, you can't be sorry when you get a red Wrangler in your vicinity, even though that's not really what you wanted. You wanted a blue Honda Civic. So if you really want something very specific, you have to be very specific in the belief and the intention that you are creating, down to the letter T. This makes people a little nervous because they think that if they get super specific, then they may not get the thing that they want because they're so specific. So generally speaking, I say you really have to either be all in for your envisioning, or you have to be in and then have a little flexibility on what you would want to experience and how much you want control. It feels to me like the more control we put on the thing that we're trying to create, the more we're actually trying to create what the universe is offering to us. And I think for me anyway, I try and have a looser sense of what it is that I desire with a clear understanding of what my outcome and my emotion and my feelings will be. I hope this helps you in your experiences to try and manifest what you want in your life. We are in the middle of Lionsgate right now, and so all the energies are super high. If you are operating in a higher timeline, I'm sure you feel it yourself anyway. And so I just wanted to offer these little tips and tricks that I use all the time, and I hope they help you. Bye.